What's up, everybody? It's Hardy Construction. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, as well as YouTube with your host Komp and
11.
And today's film is
Annihilation 2018.
Annihilation 2018. A biologist signs up for a dangerous secret expedition into a mysterious zone where the laws of nature don't apply. Hey, listen to that.
God.
2 IMDb explanations that are actually on point.
They're pretty good.
Written by Alex Garland. Directed by Alex Garland. Based on the novel by Jeff Vandermeer. Starring Natalie Portman, Jennifer
Very
Jason
good
Leigh,
author, by the way.
Tessa Thompson, as well as Sonoyo Mizuno,
Wow.
David Gacy, and Oscar Isaac, obviously.
Okay.
Why did you pick Annihilation 2018?
Because it is cool. It's a good movie.
Oh.
I wanted to see how Jane becomes Thor.
Yes. In the new Thor movie. People are already complaining about that, even though that's been a comic for the past year or so.
People will complain about anything.
Yeah, yes. So Annihilation 2018 is obviously from the director, Alex Garland, who also worked on the fantastic indie comedy film called Dredd.
Wait, Dredd? Judge Dredd?
Yeah.
Is that considered a comedy?
No, I guess so. No, did he work on... He did work on...
I love the movie Dredd. I think it's great.
He did the screenplay for Dredd. He wrote that film, the one that came out that was directed by Pete Travis.
Okay.
I think he stepped in to help direct. I'm not sure.
I actually love that movie. I think it's amazing.
No, that was a fantastic movie. I'm glad I saw it in theaters. Alex Garland is a great fucking writer. He's like one of the best writers out there because he writes He wrote 28 Days Later.
Oh, okay.
So he knows his shit.
I gotta read the book Annihilation now. This author, I've only read 2 books by him. Venice Underground and Shriek or something, but it's he's good.
He also
it's really weird shit.
He also wrote Ex Machina, which was a really good movie that had it was Oscar Isaac and General Hux from those new Star Wars movies. Did you see the new one yet?
Not yet. Shut up. Shut up.
Anyway,
I don't care about what people are saying. I'm gonna like it.
I don't care. You gonna like it? Okay.
I think so.
It was good. I mean, it was fine. So anyway, Alex Garland, this was his second and possibly final film directing gig, as he is now moving on to television because people are too stupid to appreciate his movies.
This didn't do well?
Oh, no, it did not.
Really?
Well, right into the toilet can. It did well critically, but it didn't make enough money. Well, Dredd didn't make any money.
I don't understand
That's why there's no another Dredd movie that's out there. It should be, but it's not.
Yeah.
Because Annihilation is I had been staying away from this movie for a long time. I was like, but then, the reason why I ultimately went to go see it is because Alex Garland is attached to it. And very rarely do you find actors, directors that you're like, oh, yeah, I'm going to go see whatever they write or direct because, I'll do it with Tarantino. Obviously, I'll do it with because Tarantino writes his own stuff, obviously, and then Ari Aster, obviously,
Ari Aster,
and those you can trust into those guys. At least they'll try something.
Ben Wheatley,
different. Ben Wheatley, he's a fucking great writer. Go watch all his films. Yeah. And so this film is obviously a science fiction film, but I wasn't sure what kind of science fiction film. And it was easily one of the most science fiction films I'd seen in a while. The only other, I don't go out.
Is this similar to that one with Kurt Russell where he goes into some alternate universe,
Stargate?
Yeah.
I
guess the simple premise is the same.
No, but here's the thing.
I've never seen that Stargate movie.
Really? No, it was good. That was the only movie that I liked from those directors. I guess Independence Day was okay. I wasn't really that much into it, but
yeah,
that's a decent film. But it's not like this. I guess it's not really like that at all because they just go to a planet and it's basically Egypt and it's run by alien Egyptians, weird people. The bad guys look fucking cool in that movie, but there wasn't any flora or fauna. You know what I mean? Weird shit to look at. It was just basically pyramids and homeless people or people that live in the desert, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess that's the same thing, right? And this, what else was funny is whenever they talk about a vagina and it's natural secretions or whatever, they call it flora and fauna for some reason.
Really?
Yeah, because
There's
Because
two
you know how
characters, Siamese twins in Addams Family named Flora and Fauna.
Oh, is that because you know how like a woman's like chemical makeup is like so radically different, and you know how I don't know what I'm going into.
Where is this going? I'm trying to see.
I don't know. It's about Natalie Portman. Anyway, so Natalie Portman is lead in this film. She is hoeing it up with some other guy behind her husband, Oscar Isaac's back. Oh boy, that's not very nice. So this guy who's apparently she's fucking a robot because this guy talks like an android.
He could be a Cylon.
I guess so, because he's like, my wife is innocent of this. It is I who is cheating with you. I love my wife very much. I was like, what is this guy's? I was like, why is she fucking this guy? He must have
maybe that's what she finds so attractive.
Do you want to sit on my giant? And he's like frozen. Anyway, so she's having that relationship because her husband Oscar Isaac goes out on missions. I forget what the fuck he does. He's a military man, right?
Yeah, he does secret missions.
Secret missions. And he's very like, he just has no. I can see why she probably cheated on him because he like shows her no fucking emotion. He's just like, I gotta go.
He's a manly man. Well, he does show some emotions, but certainly not when he comes back. Because as we find out,
he was probably fucking his homeboys in the barracks. That's probably what it was. He was like,
maybe
take this.
I knew I recognized him. He's from Star Wars. Okay.
No, he was the Star.
Yeah,
Oscar.
He's
no,
Poe.
No.
I didn't realize that.
No, he was Apocalypse in the X-Men movies. That was.
But he's also in Star Wars.
No, Apocalypse is his greatest role of all time.
I actually never saw that one. I heard it was terrible. So
oh boy, you don't even know the half of it. This guy is a fantastic fucking actor.
Isn't it weird how all those X-Men movies, except for First Class, were just not good?
You're the only other person that says that besides me. Like, I liked First Class a lot, and I didn't like.
I thought First Class was great.
It was like an X-Men movie. Like, it was actual X-Men fighting other X-Men.
The Days to Future Past was cool in concept, and it was nice seeing all the old school X-Men people, but it wasn't like a great movie.
No. Like, because then people... I could do a whole episode about why I don't give a shit about the X-Men movies, but that'll be the other...
And I like the first two original X-Men movies. Those are great.
Like, and then, like, even Logan, I was like, that's okay. Like, I don't know why people are fucking doing backflips
the third X-Men movie of the original trilogy, though, oh my god.
I know people really hated that movie, and I thought it was okay.
I hated
it. All of them was so bad. Anyway, so back to this film. Natalie Portman is suddenly contacted, saying, "Oh, do you want to go on this mission because her husband has gone missing?" Right? That's what they say.
Yeah.
As far as I remember seeing this film, and she decides to go on this mission with 3 other women. One of them being Jennifer Jason Leigh. Right? Jennifer Jason Leigh is the head of
the names of actresses.
Jennifer Jason Leigh. Natalie Portman, as we all know, has been in some excellent genre films like V for Vendetta.
I mean, she started in Star Wars.
Right. The less said of that,
better. The terrible Star Wars, but still.
I'm trying to figure out what age. We're pretty similar in age, right? Natalie Portman, I guess.
She's actually from Long Island.
She's the same age as us. You know, her real name is something Hirschlag. So Natalie Portman, obviously in V for Vendetta, I love that movie. It's like they got Alan. What is that guy's name? Alan Moore. They got his book right, even though I'm sure he hated it anyway. She was obviously also in The Professional, Leon the Professional.
Oh, she was born in Jerusalem. I thought she grew up in Long Island.
I'm sure she did, but no, she spent some
time. No, she moved to Long Island in 1988. Okay. Or 1990.
So she was probably like 7 years old, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, she was obviously in some big genre films. I think she has an awkwardness with that whole fucking side of people because people are weird when they like glam on to actors because they were some fucking science fiction movie. That's where I'm like, because you can imagine like you're an actor and you're like an actor's already weird and they're just trying to emote through another character.
I mean, toy show culture and like comic culture of the way they treat the actors is crazy.
I know, yeah. It's like, but people like you would go crazy over a writer that you liked, right? So I mean,
I'd go crazy, but I wouldn't be like a fucking freak about it. Like, I have met writers and actors I love from comic book movies and stuff, and like Star Wars.
D. Snyder, one of the best
I met fucking Warwick
time,
Davis once.
Like, well, that's pretty cool though.
Yeah, but like,
did you look at him and then did he say to you, "You are real"? Did he say that?
No,
that was from the movie.
He shot guns at me though from behind while using magical powers, and I showed him my glitter boobs.
So did he really? That's cool, actually.
Yeah.
So Natalie Portman obviously in some big movies. And she plays lead in this film. She plays Lena. People were upset about her casting after the fact of the film because apparently
eventually they go on to say she's Asian or something, right?
She's Asian in the novels, but they only say that in the second book. So I'm sure Alex Garland was like, "Oh," like after he read it, like he was like, "Well, I just wrote the movie. What the fuck you want me to do?"
Jesus.
Oh, you hear Danny, anti-Asian. So in this film, she goes off with the crew with Jennifer Jason Leigh, Dr. Ventress, Gina Rodriguez, who gets herself into trouble. Gina Rodriguez is this Latina actress who
Is she the one that's like going crazy and ties them up?
Yes, but in real life, she's an actor who got into trouble. I think she said something about black people or something strange. Man. And then, listen, Danny's already defending her. She got in trouble for it, and then she stayed clear of it.
No, I'm not defending her. I was saying, oh my.
Oh, and then there's the funny part. I think he said, oh, good. And then she got into trouble for rapping on Instagram, and she said the N-word because it was part of the lyrics. So then they all got mad at her again. So I'm sure she's going to cry and apologize for rapping on a song. Hey, listen, people, don't rap because you know you're going to get in trouble for stupid reasons. Tessa Thompson, who you will know as what is her name in Thor Ragnarok? She's Valkyrie.
Oh, really?
Valkyrie, right?
How did I realize?
Yeah, she looks different in this film. I could have sworn the first time I saw Tessa Thompson was in the first season of Westworld, and then she started she was like in everything right after that. I was like, well, that's Tessa Thompson. She was also in Creed. That's why I remember her first. Because she was in the Rocky spin-off, Creed.
All right, so let's talk about the movie.
Hey, listen, I'm trying to explain these characters. This is my show. Oh, it was our show. I'm sorry. So these four ladies venture into a sort of Stargate, as you say. It's actually a world falling upon another world, right? It's basically what we learn later on.
It's like the Mist.
Yeah, right. Essentially, but the Mist, they kind of controlled it at the end of that. It's what they said at the end. In this one, that was like a portal that just opened and closed, right?
Yeah.
Eventually it closed. This one, this secondary world is actually consuming our world. So eventually it'll swallow up our world. So we're basically seeing the beginning of it. I don't know. I mean, I haven't read the second book, so I don't know where this story goes. But
I need to read them now.
It's a very interesting film, and like I kind of got off point before. Where the other film that was very science fiction-y was the what was that movie with what is her name? Superman's girlfriend.
Lois
in that
Lane?
movie. You didn't see that movie. The girl, the redhead actress who plays Lois Lane in that movie. She was in that movie. Denis Villeneuve, who did Blade Runner 2049. It was about people talking to these aliens. The Signal. Is it The Signal?
I don't know.
Anyway,
you're killing me.
So explain a little bit about what these four people's mission.
They're gonna go into the Shimmer because the main character, Lena's husband, came back and he was acting all weird.
Yeah, he was the only one to.
And his organs are all messed up and he's dying.
I'm sorry. The other science fiction movie is called Arrival, which everyone should see. It's an excellent film.
In any case, Lena's husband came back inexplicably.
Nobody else has come back, right?
Nobody else has come back. He's all physically fucked up. She's now being quarantined and. We see this is supposed to now be after the movie. Basically, she's in quarantine or whatever.
Is he in an induced sleep or what?
He's getting medical treatment to keep him alive, and she is being questioned after the events of this movie, and explaining the events of this movie to her interrogators.
And it's interesting because the film is billed as a horror film, but I thought it was a science fiction film.
It kind of is a horror film, but it's definitely more sci-fi.
I think it's a very much a horror film. It's one of the most fucking scariest movies I've seen. Not scary, I'm like I'm watching it.
No, there's some scary shit in there.
Yeah, there's a very underlying creepiness to the film. Like, when you think of alien stuff, it's like stuff you've never seen before, and that certainly happens in this movie because there's shit that what it's doing is basically everything that this shimmer is touching is mutating it or joining things together. Like there's this big bear creature that's
it's like mirroring DNA and just mixing up everything.
What is the bear mixed with? Like a moose or something?
Oh, I don't know exactly, but it's
there's
fucking
some bear
crazy.
Creature. Yeah, it's a
when
bear
it's
that's
screaming in her voice. That was when I was like, "Ooh, I love this movie!"
Yeah, because some of these people, the girls are being picked off, but it's very. This is one of the most unsettling films that I've ever seen. That
Oh,
it's
it's so
just
good.
real. Like the only other times I see it, what was that other movie that we saw, the Japanese one that had the really horrible special effects at the end of it, like when they showed hell
Oh,
and the
where they're in
jellyfish?
hell? Oh my god.
Occult. I think it was called Occult from
Yeah.
2016, I believe, or
Great
2015.
movie, but the ending, the last like 5
Yeah, yeah.
seconds is
If there
the
was
worst.
one scene you can cut out so the movie's respectable, is that one scene from the end of Occult.
Up until
But
that point, great movie.
that movie was incredibly unsettling in just the ideas and the visuals and stuff. And in here, I felt the same way because like they're wondering like where everybody else go. They don't know what's going on with these people. Why are people disappearing? There's a scene where where they find a field of it looks like topiary that are shaped like people, like human beings.
Yeah.
And they're like, "What's going on?" And then like Tessa Thompson runs off and vanishes, and we're led to assume that she turned into one of these fucking tree people or something.
Yeah.
This one girl,
The way they explained it made kind of sense, but basically this place is just like refracting everything like a kaleidoscope,
right.
and like
it's
turning...
basically like a DNA blender.
Yeah.
They find this, what is it, a white crocodile, but it was like a weird sort of alligator crocodile thing that's in the water. To me, it just looked like a fucking white crocodile, but there was something wrong with the inside of the mouth that they were looking at. The bear attacks one girl and takes her voice. I guess
I love that part.
That was very much like, other science fiction movies. I've seen that before, but not in this way. It was very strange. And the bear, like Gina Rodriguez's death is really fucking graphic. Like it basically slaps her face off.
Also, the way their organs are moving around when it cuts them open and everything.
Right. Because they find there's a found footage sequence where they find the previous army groups or military group coming in and they're cutting a thing out of a guy.
And you see her husband, like, he's basically crazy now. And then he kills himself with a thermal detonator. Or what kind of detonator was that?
No, I guess it is a I've heard of that, but I only thought it was made up in video games. I forget the name. It's
incendiary grenade, whatever.
Device, right? But it's called something white, but I can't think of the name of it.
Plutonium? No, not plutonium.
The whole fucking plan would have exploded. But it's a specific bomb that they use that I only thought was made up for a video game, but apparently it's a real phosphorus white. That's what it's called.
Okay.
Phosphorus. So phosphorus, I guess, I had no idea what it was. I guess it's like inflammatory, like you said. It just blows you up into like a fucking bomb, like a fire. Yeah. And that's what he does to himself because I believe what happens is he has run into something that eventually we find out, I think, because right now I just realized what happened, even though I saw the movie a while ago. What happened at the end is the reverse of what happens to her, because she finds her we'll get to the ending, but he has found a doppelganger and he kills himself off screen. Oh, he kills himself on screen, blowing himself up for the video. Yeah. How the video survived, I have no idea. So she's like, what the fuck did I just see? And it is basically those type of films where the army guys go crazy and try to kill each other. That's basically, every movie does that. It just happened in 28 Days Later. But it happens in such an interesting way, but it's going to go that route.
Well, this is like scattering their minds. It's not like they're going crazy from going crazy. They're going crazy. What
did you think of the design of the world of the Shimmer?
Oh, it's so cool when they go under the fucking lighthouse, like the central point of it or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, I was thinking it would be funny if, like, it showed Willem Dafoe in the window or something, like masturbating.
No, that was Robert Pattinson doing that.
Okay. But, anyway, I thought it's like sick. It's very like H.R. Geiger type of thing, and
and also Lovecraft
with a thing where it is like mimicking her and everything was
that.
So
yeah,
cool.
That's what I want to talk about. Is the final centerpiece of the centerpiece of the film is basically she actually makes contact with an alien being, and it's this creature that is mimicking her. I guess trying to understand.
Even when it's just that weird, like pulsating cloud thing, it's so trippy and good. Oh my god.
Yeah, that character is played by Sonoya Mizuno. Very fetching young lass. Oh, I think she was also in the movie Ex Machina. Did you see Ex Machina at all or no?
No.
Yeah, you should see that. She plays like an android in that too, I believe, and she has this dance scene with Oscar Isaac that's really cool. Okay. You can probably find the scene online. But yeah, she's obviously clearly like a dancer or a physical actor of some sort, and she also plays she plays one of the med students in the movie too. She's this Asian woman, very very beautiful looking girl or woman. And
you're subjecting her whole value to her beauty.
She's a beautiful alien. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
Oh, is that racist? Oh boy, I gotta get out of here.
How could you do this?
So she is.
women?
It's funny because she sort of looks like Pepsi Man without the Pepsi logo on her. It's like the silver.
Or she could
person.
look like Charlie as the Green Man suit.
That's true. And then she starts. It's just such a. The ending of the film is like something I've never seen before in a film. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not like her fighting something. Eventually, she does fight her.
Yeah, it's not an evil creature. It's
right. It's just adapting to her. Like it's just mimicking her, and it's a very unsettling thing because like first of all, she doesn't realize that it's going on. Like Natalie Portman is like running, and then she realizes the thing is doing the same fucking shit as her. It's genuinely one of the fucking creepiest things I've ever seen in a film. Yeah. Because it's basically an alien trying to communicate with you because it doesn't know what you're saying. It's like you trying to talk to a dog. Do you know what I mean? Because the dog doesn't know what the fuck you're doing.
I try to talk to dogs all day long.
And then in their head they're going, what the ruck is he rocking about? And but with this, it's really, really bizarre and creepy as fuck. Like to me, it's up there with like the creepiest movie movements. And eventually, it starts looking like her, and she blows that shit up with the phosphorus white. Because then I realized right now as I was talking, maybe I realized it then I just forgot it, is that instead of killing his double, he killed himself because he probably went too insane, and she killed her double, or maybe not. Because at the very end,
according to what I read, I skipped ahead and I typed in differences between book and movie. Apparently, in the book, it is actually the doppelganger that makes it out, and they imply that it is in this
because
too.
At the very end, she is shown.
Yeah, but that could be open to interpretation. Like either
but there's something going on with her, like her eyeball or something.
Yeah, well, but what I'm saying is either it's a doppelganger, or she
was affected by the glimmer. Or the shimmer,
her mind was affected somehow, and she's still changing.
Not the mind, her fucking DNA was affected because.
Well, whatever. Right. But she's still changing, possibly. Because
but clearly, he's obviously changed, and she is changed. And
well, he is a doppelganger for certain.
So maybe they're happy they're with each other. Do you know what I mean? You never know the aliens are with each other. But since there's a second book, who knows what that second book is? Well, I should get up and actually.
I feel like the movie summarized all 3 books. Maybe I don't know.
Is it? I thought it was. Just
I think it's a trilogy. Book. I'm not sure. But either way, this movie is supposed to be the entire story of the books. I think.
Okay, but I really, this is one of the top movies of that year for me. Like I don't know why it took me so long to fucking see it. But when I saw it finally, I was like, "Oh shit!" Like, no wonder these movies don't make money because assholes like me are just like waiting for it to come out on, streaming, like an idiot.
Well, I'm pretty bad with knowing what's out in theaters, but I wish I had seen this in theaters. Oh my god!
But this is a very unique film going experience. Just like great acting from everybody. It's very predictable in that everybody goes nuts and they try to kill each other, and the side characters are basically very paper thin. Natalie Portman and Jennifer Jason Leigh are compelling characters because Jennifer Jason Leigh's character is sick, so she's obviously knows she's not going to come back. She knows this is like a doomed mission.
She is from something, and I couldn't think what.
She was in.
Oh, she's from Twin Peaks.
Yeah, she's one of those junky assholes.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, but
never mind. I answered the question.
This was a truly very unique film. In the genre that it is, and I always like because I'm not so crazy. Like I always say, I say that I'm not crazy about science fiction films, but I like very unique.
I think you love them. What are you talking about?
All right, name them all. What am I into? Blade Runner 2049. I liked this one.
But every time a good one comes out, you love it.
Liars. Anyway, maybe it's true. Who the hell knows? I wish that I hope maybe that guy she was shitting with fucks her again. His dick mutates out of his ears, and he has to explain it to his wife.
Or like another dick grows next to his dick, and it's mimicking the movements of his dick.
Or he has to take 2 shits from 2 different.
And their shits are like coiling around each other, and you can't tell which is the original shit.
Or he has to like take Miralax to make it come out easier because it's so awful. He's taking alien shits from another.
And then their shit is like screaming in a human voice at him.
It's the classiest podcast ever.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think it's an incredible film. It's something you think about it after you watch it. And
this is great. I would tell anybody that likes sci-fi to see this.
There's nothing better for a film to do than make you think after you watch it. Years after, months after. So I would give this movie a 9 out of 10.
9.
Sweet, sweet Natalie Portman. trying to save her man, even though she put the horns on him, as they say. And now she
do that.
I don't know. Oscar Isaac's a nice guy. He plays guitar. He seems like a sweet guy. He's a very, you can tell he's a pussy slayer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's no whore master, but he's definitely a pussy slayer.
Pussy slayer.
And so what rating would you give this?
What was your out of?
I said 9 out of 10. Natalie Portman trying to save her husband, even though she put the horns on him.
Oh yeah, you did say that. Okay.
Wow, you're out of your mind. You must.
You know what it is? I hear you talk, and it just goes right out my ear.
Are you losing too much protein? Is that what's going on?
A lot of semen has been consumed. I'm giving this. I'm giving this.
Oh God! Don't let anybody hear this episode. Go ahead.
9 out of 10. Having your friend's voice come out of a bear that also has like some kind of like reptilian face, and you think, wow, it's so nice to hear my friend's voice again, even if it's coming from a bear.
Was that girl from Lost? Is it the redhead girl that died?
I don't know.
Tuva, no, nah, I guess not. She just reminded me of that girl from Lost, the redhead girl. There's some random redhead. Anyway, what am I talking about?
I know who the redhead you're talking about. No, it's not her.
Okay. So anyway, what is the final word? Danny, what's the final word?
Pa.
The horror deconstruction.